Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Survival Stories 3. I am your host, Renovate. Today, guys, is episode number 5. We're going to try to wrap up this little short mini series, I guess, we've been doing of ancient warfare as far as getting farming and quarries and stuff like that done. So we'll go over what we did between episodes, and this episode's probably going to be a little bit short, and then I'll let you know what we're going to move on to. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, click that like button. Not just because we like that you click like, but it also shares it on other forums if you guys are a part of Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that, so even Facebook. But yeah, guys, if you are, click the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Let's grow the channel, guys. My goal is 500 next year. We're already at 250, so keep it going. So yeah, guys, let's get started. Episode number 5 coming your way. And of course, as soon as I start, the sun's going down. And it's a lovely way to start an episode. Just completely start it, and then you guys are going to just have to watch me sleep. It's awesome. So let's sleep. So how you guys been doing? I've been doing okay. I've been sick for like a week, and I haven't been able to record. The good thing is I got a video uploaded on Wednesday, I believe, instead of Thursday. But I actually recorded that like last Monday. So, and today's Saturday. And so yeah, I just count the days. So it's been a while. Let me show you what I've been doing since I've just been kind of playing around. This is where our base used to be. So right there's my room below me. I've actually taken all the water out of here. We made this little seawall. You can see the rest of my base. Oh, I didn't want to fall down inside of it. But this is the rest of my base here. And every once in a while you'll see the water disappear right there. Do you see it? That's kind of cool. The reason it's doing that is I'm using sponges, and these sponges that are sitting over here are sucking up all the water, and they're reusable. So you just build a sponge. It's real easy. It's just a piece of cotton and a slime ball, and it creates a sponge, and it will actually suck up a pretty good amount of water if you need to get a bunch of water out of the space. So if we break this and I grab it, so let's take that, put there. Let me turn up. I'm usually turning down my sound, but let me turn up my sound just a little bit because I'm not hearing any blocks being broken. Let's see if we hear a block getting broke. How about this? There we go. Yeah, I heard that. So let's put this here, and I'll show you how this works. I don't want to get rid of all this water right here because I have plans for it. So let's go over here a little bit, and I'll show you how this works. And if you already know how this works, then just ignore it. If you don't, then this is cool. So you just put a sponge down, it sucks up all the water. Now what it does, it takes the water source blocks away from this area, and as you can see, these are still trying to flow the 8 blocks that they can. But if you keep placing them, one after another, then it sucks up all the water. So that's what I did over there. So I just sucked up the water. We got plans for right here. I'll go over that towards the end of the episode because it's not really that important right now. But we are changing the landscape, which is cool. So yeah, let's get back to what we were doing last episode. I think we wrapped up with hooking up our quarry to a couple of storage chests that were down here in the bottom. We did have just so you know, we did have a server transfer. We didn't have an update or anything, but we went from playing on somebody else's server. We've decided to get our own server. So we have a dedicated server now. We're all pitching in to fund it. And so yeah, Midnight Skies, we got our own server. It's great. So we can control more, I guess. But I think that's awesome that we've gotten that far. So yeah, this is my building. You guys have seen that. Let's go down here. I'll explain what that is over there. That's pretty cool. So here's our quarry. The quarry is done. And the one thing that I found out, I don't think I went over last episode, I had a bunch of, you can kind of see a couple of them here, but I didn't catch it in time. A lot of the ores don't get broken up. So I think the only ones that we were getting were like iron and copper and maybe aluminum or something like that. So everything else was still in here. So what you have to do is go into Ancient Warfares, and I gotta fix that N button. Every time I press that N button, see, I get to the N and it takes me to the stupid maps. So it's Ancient. There we go. So what you got to do is there's these upgrades right here. There's a basic tool upgrade, there's an intermediate tool upgrade, and then an advanced tool upgrade. To break diamonds and to break all the other ores, this basic tool quality upgrade works. I'm guessing that the intermediate, which is made by using diamond tools, that's basically the recipe for all of them. It's just you change the quality of the tops. But I'm guessing that the diamond will break obsidian, and I'm not quite sure what the advanced ones will break. So it might be something in the nether. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure we're going to figure it out someday. But yeah, so I caught that in time and was able to get all the diamonds and all the other ores. So those all came up and through here, and then we had this lined with chests. I think I had 12 chests here and 12 chests over here. But I've been dumping these out, and that's what's left in them. I'm actually trash canning everything. This is the only thing that I'm keeping. I'm not keeping cobblestone, but I am keeping the dirt. I am keeping gravel, limestone, just because I got some plans for that kind of stuff. But I haven't got to these chests over here yet. So, but yeah, that's our quarry. It is done. So it went all the way down to bedrock, I believe. I haven't flown down into too far in there. You can kind of see where I placed some torches, but when I restarted, I actually broke this and put it back and restarted it just in time to break all the other blocks. I think it got all my torches. I'm not sure. We haven't done anything with our power. Power's still doing the same thing, but it is filled up, so nothing's been working. So all these buffers are filled, and we're still having the weird glitch with the graphics on that thing. So let me show you how we did this. As you know, last episode we hooked this up with power, and then we hooked this up. We were using transfer pipes, and then we decided to switch it over to Ender IO pipes because these things pump out a lot faster. At least it appears so. And so we transferred that all over to these chests. Between episodes, I went ahead and took all those, and we're taking it upstairs. So let's go upstairs, and I'll show you what we got going up there. Oh, there's that glitch for the door jam. Can't stand it. Also, when we reset, for whatever reason, when we went to a dedicated server, all my pigs are gone. There's one guy left. So we'll have to go, and they are here though. If you look on my map, you can see them hanging around somewhere. So I don't know if the gate just got opened or something. I don't know. But yeah, let me show you what's going on up here. So this is our system. Our system's gotten a little bit bigger than it had to, so it's 2 deep now. And we got what, 5 across the top, and that's 3. So we got 30 storage discs there, or 30 storage cabinets. And that's a total of 70 or 7. What's going on with that? Yeah, that's a graphical glitch. Something's going on here. I do not have 575 sticky pistons, so I don't know what's going on with that. So we'll have to probably reload. But as you can see, I only have 30 storage disks, so there's no way I have all those sticky pistons because there's no way I can get sticky pistons. This over here is our, well, let's finish with this. Anyways, so what we did is we brought our item conduits up along with power. So what you're going to do is on these warehouse control blocks, they're the only block on the warehouse block that requires power. Everything else has to sit inside of the box that it creates. Okay, so I think last episode I actually had these sitting side by side, and I noticed that they weren't working, but that's because this block has to be inside there, just like I did this one over here. So what you do is you power this one. There's no inputs or outputs on this, and then this is kind of like your interface. Like I said last episode, like your ME system from Applied Energistics. This is kind of your import-export bus into your system, basically. So, and it's got outputs on all sides except for the top. I don't think you can take from the top, if I remember correctly. So what we did is we took everything from down below on the green channel, and then we inserted it into here. Okay, so that puts everything that I mined into this. What I wanted to do from there is I wanted to take out all the ores that we're going to use as far as iron and gold and tin and lead, all the useful ones, and I wanted to pull those out and put them through this system, which is basically our alloy smelter and our sag mill. So this is actually empty. I don't think did it reset? Maybe I do have the many sticky pistons. I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff doesn't look real, and it's got I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I don't know why it's showing. You can see that this clearly isn't correct. It should be like 74,000. And there's no way I got some of this stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm pulling out the ores, and then how you do that is if you click on this warehouse interface. When you first see this, it's going to have this little thing right here. It says add new filter. Okay, so what you do is you add a filter, put the ore that you want pulled out, and I just set this to 6. Basically, it's saying it's going to pull 6 out at a time. And then these are all the ores that I want the system to pull out. So those are all our main ores, and there's still some ores that are left in here that we're not going to be using for a while. And so those come out the red channel. So this is extract. I put it on red channel instead of green. If I put it on green, it's going to extract it and put it right back in the box. So you need to change the channel. So you put it on a red channel. The red channel comes over here, and from underneath, it's going to come up into your sag mill right here. Oh, I didn't mean to grab that tree. So the red channel is coming up into here. And as you can see, if I do this, you can see underneath. So it's coming up through the bottom. This is set to pool. It's going to pull up into here. It's going to do its magic. If you put a bunch of what is that called? Flint right here, it actually increases the production. If you put a capacitor in here, it's also going to be improve its production. We didn't make any speed. I know I said we're going to do that between. Uh-oh. Did you just see what it said on the screen? The blood moon is rising. Holy crap. Okay, let's get through this real quick because I can't sleep. So we're gonna go through this together. I'll show you what happens if you've never seen it. Anyway, so it's gonna go into here. This pumps into here, and then as you pump it into here, it's gonna smelt it, and then it's gonna smelt it into into an output. I used to have it going back into here. You know what? I need to go to some safety. So, tell you what, if you guys want to go through this, that's cool. I really don't. So let's fly. I don't even have my jetpack on. Let's get inside real quick. Okay, let's get downstairs. Maybe not. There we go. Alright, let's close the door. So this is the blood moon. If you've never seen what happens, all hell breaks loose. And mobs spawn all over the frickin' place. So we actually got mob griefing turned off, which is great because the last time this happened, pretty much all of my area over there blew up. So hopefully this time it won't do it. So if we look on our map, though, you can see all these mobs on here. We got skeletons, all the stuff's popping up. I have no idea what these are. These are unnamed mobs, I guess, or these are probably witches, I'm guessing. But yeah, and then if you look closely, that was my dog, by the way. Excuse my dog. If you look closely, you really can't see it. There is actually a red moon that rises. It's kind of funny. So, and it gets really dark and creepy in here. Really dark and creepy. So I don't know if we can see the moon yet, but this spider sure wants to get in here. So I tell you what, guys, let me calm down my dog, and then let's let this blood moon go past us because it takes a whole entire night. I can't sleep it off, and I don't want to just record the moon going up and down. That's gonna be kind of odd. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I think hell is over. Let's go out here and look. There might still be a couple mobs like spiders. Let's get him in the face. There we go. Yeah, so here comes a dancing sword or a weapon or something. What is that? A dancing pick? That's kind of funny. Oh! What'd you get me? Nothing. Cool. I do see an Enderman over there somewhere. Oh, look at that. Those are cool. Gold creepers. Sweet. Okay, let's get back to what we were recording. Oh, here's another one. Stupid. What are you guys? I don't want your tools. Jeez. We need to go over here. What's that dude? He doesn't look too happy. He's like all dressed in black. I need to get some kind of like a bow or something to kill that guy. Okay, anyways, let's just go in here. Okay, so what I was saying. You can pull stuff out of this one and put it right back into the system. Just put it back into the green, and then it'll pump itself back into the system. But I wanted to keep all our ores in a separate system because I'm going to be using these more often than all this crap. So this is going to be our crap storage. There you go, burn, buddy. That's what you get. You can watch me from there. And then this is going to be our ores. So here's my ores. And you can see as you can see, we got a lot of iron and gold, and then tin and silver, I think. So what I did is I named this one black. So out of this one, we're pulling a black system, and then over to here. So we're inputting, as you can see right there, black. So, and then there's nothing outputting from this. And then we just have another warehouse control block, and it's got power right there. And then, so we got 2 storage systems set up. He's hiding under a tree, big goofball. And so that's, yeah, that's my system for right now. And then we'll replace all the floors because I actually made another device which is currently in my house, which is the painter, so that we can do conduit facades. And that's a pretty cool thing. So let me go back. I want to actually kill this guy. Even though he's got a bow. Hopefully he's easy to kill. I have a shield, see? Oh, he's a fallen knight. Ooh. Ooh, what is that? I don't want that. I don't want that. Oh, it's just a leather. Who wants a leather tunic? Please. Okay. So let's go back over here, and I'll show you this painter block. It's kind of cool. And so the painter blocks are going to be used for conduit facades. And if you're familiar with Ender.io, I don't want to jump down there. Let's just glide across. Whee! If you're familiar with Ender.io, you can make conduit facades that you can actually see through if you're holding your wrench. I think I put it down here, actually. Yep, there it is. So this is making conduit facades. And if we take these out, let's put that... There's my trash. There's our trash can. Let's throw away some of this crap that we got. I don't really need... I don't even know what those are. Basically, I'll put these in the game. I don't know what they are. It's kind of weird. But we're going to keep them anyways. And then Link gave me a bunch of flint and steel. I'm not quite sure why you did that, bud, but that's okay. So yeah, let's go grab these and I'll show you what they do. And they're real easy to make. If you just if you go to Ender.io, basically it's the Ender, what's this stuff called? The binder composite. And that's made by using gravel, some sand, and some clay, and it makes you 8. And once you cook this, I think you get like 12 of them for every one of these. It's a ridiculous amount. But to make the conduit facades, it's basically just a bunch of this. Actually, it's all that is. It's just a bunch of that stuff. And if we look, they have a weird block color. Right here. Conduit facade. So you just take the binder and put it like that, and then you have your conduit facade, and it's not painted. So you put it in a painter, and then the painter, all you do is in the first block you put what you want to paint from. So let's say I wanted everything to look like oak wood, which is what I did. You put that in there, and then put the conduit facade in the next slot, and blammo, you got yourself some conduit facades that look like wood, but they're not. So if we put that there, oh, didn't want to do that. Let's get our wrench. I forgot to click on the side of it. It should come, oh, geez. If you look, I'm actually turning the blocks up there. I didn't want to do that. Let's break that off. Let's do that again. So we want to put that there, and then, can I still rotate it? Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Can I rotate the block? No, not that block. Crap. Oh, crap. Okay, let's break that off. Alright, so maybe we need to place it just like the regular blocks. So, how would we do that? If I'm looking up, I want to make this one this way. So let's see if we can do this. There we go. So that's what we needed to do. And then this one, oh, crap. Well, that's okay. Let's do that, and then that one's going to be stone. So that's done. But if I put my wrench here, see, I can see inside of it, and I can actually work on this stuff inside here if I needed to. But that's just to conceal it and make it look kind of nice. So I need to make a stone one down there on the bottom, and then actually everything else is from underneath. Let's go underneath and fix this stuff underneath here. So yeah, the quarry's done. So mine's a 32 by 32 area. Well, crap. A 32 by 32 area, as you can see by that gigantic hole. And depending on what level you start at, you can do the math, but that's a lot of stuff. I wonder if I can change that when I can't. And that's okay. We'll just leave it like that for right now. But yeah, that's what the conduit facades do. They kind of make it more of a decorative thing and conceal your stuff. So we're going to try to do that. I knew that was going to do that. That's okay. And then we'll put one there. So we're going to run them down all the way to this one and run this one all the way down to that one, and then we'll do a crisscross right here so it looks like it's normal. It looks like it was planned and all that good stuff. So that's how I'm integrating my quarry with Ender.io, and it's working out pretty good so far. The only problem that I'm having right now is where do we go from here? Let me eat some more fish and chips that Link gave me. There we go. I guess what I want to do is come up with a way to get a little bit more power. So the power that we're pushing now, it's good for what we got going on, but to go a little bit further than where we're wanting to go, I would like to have a couple farms going. So, and all these take the same amount. So I'd like to have a couple farms going. I'm going to move the farm somewhere else. This is going to be a really cool looking building here. This building right here might actually get torn down. I might rebuild the same exact building, just somewhere else, because I want to make this really cool right here. And I think I'm going to keep this over here because it's kind of out of the way. I'm going to keep the mining thing right here. That's just going to be an entrance to something way down the road. But this right here is eventually going to be the start of immersive engineering. So this is going to be a really cool looking factory. And what I want to try to achieve with all of this is to keep this like an old world style, kind of cottagey and whatnot. And then as we progress through our pack, we're going to progress kind of into the industrial age. So all these buildings will look kind of like industrial, kind of like the 20s and 30s. And then as that gets through, over there or up there is going to be the more high-tech looking place. And that's like way down the road. I'm probably guessing probably in episodes 20, somewhere around there maybe. And then eventually we're going to build something really cool to start the space race, but that's way down the road. Let's go ahead and sleep this one off. But yeah, that's what my plans are. The other thing that we did between episodes is we did a bunch of dungeon raiding, and I did one with Lounsey, who does a lot of live broadcasts on Twitch, so check out his Twitch channel. And then I did one last night with Link, and then we actually found it, and I think it was loaded from a new chunk, but it was really weird. The mobs would heal themselves, and they had potions and everything, and it was really cool. But we found our way through it. So the thing that I was searching for, because as you know, if you get into Ender.io, a lot of Ender.io, just from the name, implies that you're going to use a lot of Ender stuff, which is Ender pearls, and we really don't have that many Ender pearls. So what I did, Lounsey actually had a dungeon that we raided, and it had the Enderman spawning room in it. So I went and diamond dollied the spawner, which is right here. It's got a Enderman spawner in it, and we're going to create an Enderman spawner, or a spawning room, and it's going to be directly below this building underground, which is where the chests and stuff are right now. So that's where that's going to be, and we're going to be starting to stockpile a bunch of Ender pearls. Only because I'm not going to involve a bunch of it with immersive engineering, but I'd like to use the Ender.io pipes and filters and stuff like that to transfer a lot of the stuff that goes on with Ender.io, including fluid pipes and stuff like that, because we're kind of limited in this mod pack with the pipes and the abilities to move and transfer stuff around. So we can use transfer pipes like this through liquid. I think we also have the thermodynamic or thermal energy or whatever it's called, thermal expansion. We do have these pipes here, thermodynamics is what it's called. So we do have those, and we can use those as well. So we do have, you know, a couple options. We don't have a lot of options, but we do have a couple options. But yeah, so that one that we raided last night, that I raided with Link, and actually caused the server to crash a couple times, had this banner on top of it. It was pretty sweet because it's kind of like a pimped out zombie guy. It looks like he's pointing at you, which is kind of cool. So I took their banner because we defeated their base. So I figured, you know, reap the rewards, and so I just set that there. We'll eventually have a pretty cool place for it. So, but yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do. I want to kind of move on. I'm going to build a couple more buildings, and I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to live stream a couple episodes just so you guys can see me build and then move stuff around. So be looking on my YouTube or be checking for updates when I jump on in case you guys want to see what goes on behind the scenes. And we'll get into some immersive engineering. We've got to do a lot to get started with immersive engineering. We've got to make a couple, like a coke oven and get some creosote and make some treated lumber. But eventually this is going to be a really cool factory building. It's going to be connected to a couple of water wheels, and then eventually we'll have the generators and everything going on, and that's going to provide quite a bit of power actually. I think the generators can generate something up to like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 RF a tick if I remember correctly. I just did it a couple months ago on Mod Sauce too, and they generated quite a bit of power. So hopefully this is going to be good. And then once we get this and we have a really good power source, we can do some pretty cool stuff, including some ender quarries and stuff like that, because those kind of use a lot of power once you start upgrading them and do some speed stuff. But we're also going to do some Botanium. We're going to get into some of the other magic packs and stuff like that too, because there's some really cool gear and some really cool trinkets that I'd like to have that's going to help us get through some of these dungeons, because I've actually seen a couple of the dungeons and they're not really that easy. And so yeah, that's going to be our goal. So hopefully this setup here with the quarry and the transfer pipes and explaining the storage systems helped you guys out. Like I said, this was going to be a short episode, only because I just want to get through this, and then we're going to start fresh on something new. So, or start new on something fresh or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please click that subscribe button. I will subscribe back to your channel. It doesn't matter if you have a video or not. I just think it's cool. And yeah, if you guys get a chance, click on the links that are in the description of the other players on the server. They'd appreciate it. And just spread the word on the server. And then, yeah, guys, I'll see you next time. Be episode number 6, and we'll do something new and fresh. See you guys.